Well, this is Monday morning on February 7th, and we're here on the north side of the Antelope Valley Freeway behind Vincent Hill Station. And what's happening is these guys are erecting one of these towers to carry electrical lines over the freeway. We've been carrying this story for several months now, and this power comes from the windmill and solar generator fields at the north end of the Antelope Valley. This is careful business. You see the crane operator maneuvering that section to the tower underneath those high power lines.
We had last month 7 incidents of resulting in a report. We had 2 identity theft, which those seem to go up and down. They're cyclic, and I haven't been able to put a definite, yeah, it's because of the holidays, because of here. But it's usually credit card or some other financial fraud. So, and a lot of people, I tell you, be very careful. For example, if you go to a gas pump, do not use your ATM cards at gas pumps.
Sierra Hwy, and that it was in Davenport. It was a a little bit of a windy day, not huge winds, but the winds did contribute. So it's just another FYI, even on a windy day that's minimal, 10 to 15 miles per hour, I think. Something to be cautious about. This was a compost pile fire. Just the energy in the compost pile and the winds kind of just came together in a minor little perfect storm. And no structures threatened. It was about a half an acre, and they got on it real quick. They actually did have 2 water drops with a helicopter.
Last year in 2010, we went to the High-Speed Rail Authority Board with what we call a preliminary alternatives analysis. And what the preliminary alternatives analysis established were alignments that we felt met planning objective goals for where the high-speed train might go between Los Angeles and Palmdale. Now what we've done since July is come back out into the communities, get a little bit more input to try to refine these, see if we hit the mark the first time around and what might need to be changed, and is it feasible to change some of those things. So we're going to be going back to the High-Speed Rail Authority Board here in LA on March 3rd at Metro headquarters in downtown LA, presenting what we call a supplemental alternatives analysis, another step in the planning process before we get into the environmental document. Now in that particular document, we're going to make certain recommendations to the High-Speed Rail Authority Board, come up with some alignments that we think are quite feasible, refer to a number of issues in the community, and we're going to try to work to resolve as many of those issues as we can. And we'll tell you that we'll try hard to resolve those issues. I can't promise you we'll be able to resolve them all.
But I guess my concern, I believe you said you're going to have the whole thing approved, but the Sylmar to Palmdale route is off the table, but it'll be in the documents. I'm very worried that it's in the documents, somebody's going to go, oops, we approved it.
Sure. By basis of the fact that we took the preliminary AA to the board, and now we're going with this revised supplemental AA.
Yes.
That information is already out. Those drawings were already out there. Those drawings haven't changed from one point to the other at this point because we're still discussing how we might resolve some of these issues.
I've been to Tokyo a bunch of times working on movies, and you stand next to a 250-mile-an-hour train. You run one of those things through here on the south side of Highway 14, this whole area with steel wheels and steel rail. Now, if they're running on magnetics and they're only about that far off the base, it's a little bit quieter. This whole area is going to be devastated by the sound of that train. How many times a day are you going to run that thing?
12 trains an hour.
10 to 12 trains an hour at 250 miles an hour?
Yes.
You guys can't even keep from hitting cars with Metrolink going 40 miles an hour.
Designed like this one that are out throughout the world. It's a completely isolated corridor. You can't get into it. There are no grade crossings or anything like that.
We're at Mojave High School, Tuesday afternoon, the 8th of February, 2011. And Vasquez High has come up here to Mojave. This is the Varsity boys soccer. The security officer on this project, looking north from Angeles Forest Highway, gave me a Southern California Edison card, and this evidently is a holding yard or materials yard, assembly yard for the transmission line coming down from Tehachapi. You see the towers across the freeway there that are being erected to bring the power lines down to carry 4,500 megawatts of power from the solar fields and wind turbine fields up on the Tehachapi Mountains. Monday morning, February 7th, 2011, here at the Forest Service District Office on Crown Valley Road. And rapid progress is being made on this project. You see the slip forms on the side here going up to pour the cement.